man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, let's get into some boxing. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And let's talk about Uysk and Joyce in a minute. But first, let's talk about David Benavidez. He fighting Ronald Ellis. And also kind of talk about Caleb Plant. Appreciate the love and support. Check out our boxing news playlist. And basically, you know, it's Mexican privilege in boxing. All right. A lot of people saying, you know, Caleb Plant ducking David Benavidez now, but you gotta use your brain. Give me a minute. You gotta use your brain. And your brain say, when David Benavidez had a title, was he calling out Caleb Plant? Was he trying to make the fight? Hell no. Caleb Plant tried to make that fight for a fact. I know. And Benavidez's team didn't want to unify. But when him fighting Ronald Ellis, I thought Ronald Ellis was a junior middleweight. You know, and his brother Rashidi Ellis, one of the most talented 147-pounders nobody talk about because he was a golden boy, okay? And my thing is, with him and Ronald Ellis, I heard a few guys didn't want to fight him, and that's cool. You always going to have that one of those guys that was going to blow the doors off the Chevy. But with Ronald Ellis, just let you know, they fighting the same level of people. Him and Caleb Plant. They both fought Porky Medina. You know, Ronald Garville, I think, was an underrated ring for Benavidez. And for Caleb Plant, Uysk was a solid guy. You know, I thought if him fighting Matt Korobov, you can move Korobov to 68 would have been a good fight for him. But Korobov just lost to, I think he lost to Ronald Ellis, didn't he? I think he just lost to, so I guess Ronald Ellis stepped up the middleweight. So I think he lost to Ronald Ellis, and I think that's what it was. Somebody told. I didn't see the fight. Somebody told it. So I mean, even getting Chris Eubanks in the ring for Caleb Plant should have been a thing, but he fighting Caleb Truex. People said, well, Caleb Plant ain't fought nobody. Neither David Benavidez. And I do think they need to fight each other. They need to fight each other to get ready for Canelo, just to be on that stage. And you know, when Plant was pushing for that fight, I know for a fact Benavidez's team was trying to milk it. All right, Benavidez lost his belt 2 times, and you know, my whole thing is best of luck to Ronald Ellis. Love Benavidez the way he fight, but I'm not no pillow talk. I'm not no puppet talk channel. I'm gonna tell like it is. Now, I remember once upon a time people were saying Danny Garcia was ducking Lucas Matisse, and he fought Matisse and he obliterated Matisse. No matter how people want to feel about that fight, he got the job done. So, I mean, just because Benavidez didn't want the fight, Benavidez only want that fight right now for one reason. That's because that fight gonna lead to a Canelo fight. And then again, Canelo wasn't even man enough to fight him for his belt. You know, they could have ordered Benavidez and Canelo for the vacant belt. They could have ordered that. They should have said, you know, Canelo, go ahead and fight Billy Joe Saunders or whoever he was going to fight, to unify, whatever he was going to go ahead and fight them. And David Benavidez and Uterman can fight for the vacant WBC belt. It wasn't nobody would have batted an eye. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez is going to have one of the weakest runs for 4-belt unification. He beat Callum Smith. Get the fuck out of here. Callum Smith haven't fought nobody. You know, so he got 2 belts in fighting Callum Smith. He's going to beat Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders, not even a real 168-pounder. And then he fight Caleb Plant, which most people keep it 100. He ain't fought nobody. You know, instead of fighting David Benavidez, a young Mexican people want to see him fight. Personally, I think Canelo win that fight. Caleb Plant just hit David Benavidez a little green. Then he go ahead and fight Callum Smith, or Callum Smith then Benavidez. He fight the winner between Billy Joe and Demetrius Andrade. He making it sound like, you know, Billy Joe and Andrade still can happen, but it sounds like Canelo trying to make Billy Joe Saunders not fight Demetrius Andrade because he don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade, and then he want to fight Billy Joe Saunders for easy belt. Canelo is an opportunist, and his fans act like they not, and act like he not. He's one of the biggest opportunists in the sport, and he learned it from Floyd. I ain't gonna not tell the facts. He learned that from Floyd. He came up under watching Floyd Mayweather. Most of these dudes forgot about money. Forgot about Pretty Boy and jumped the money in. My whole thing about it is simple. If Planet Benavidez gonna fight, that's bad for business. That's bad for PBC business. You know, if Caleb Plant want to wait and get the Canelo fight, I guarantee if he loses, he's gonna try to fight David Benavidez. If Canelo vacate the belt, so at the end of the day, PBC had plenty of time to make that fight jump. No matter how young Benavidez was, to be honest, at the 168-pound division, you know, before Canelo got there, who was they thinking about, you know, building them up off of? Nobody to build there. Who you gonna fight? Fedorov, Shuvanov? You know, they didn't make the Callum Smith fight versus David Benavidez, and Callum Smith was a mandatory, you know. So they talk about, well, you know, building these fights. So who are you going to build up at super middleweight? Who has ever been a star at super middleweight? Nobody. They could have put David Benavidez with Callum Smith, could have paid Smith a lot of money, got that belt, made Plant, got that belt, and had a little PBC undisputed. You know, and then again, remember, David Benavidez was about to leave there to go to Top Rank until Samson Boxing, you know, basically was going to sue Top Rank, and they sent the money back. Al Heyman sent the money back, and David Benavidez stayed with Samson Boxing. So remember, he was going to Top Rank. I think they gave Benavidez $250,000 in cash, you know, to sign his offer for Top Rank. Al Heyman approved it. From what I heard, it was something in the Ring TV, I think, about it. But for Benavidez and Plant fans saying, well, you know, Caleb Plant ain't fought nobody. You know, Benavidez, they ain't fought nobody each other. Who they fought? I don't know how many great super middleweights have they really been. And how are they now? They let Canelo get a unification bout for a vacant belt in the WBA. Come on. Mexican privilege. You know, and Mauricio Suleiman, you know, ain't the racist. And it may not be racist. It's like you biased towards Mexicans in your belt. But then again, the majority of your money come from Negroes, come from blacks. You know, that's crazy, right? You know, we he made all that money on Canelo. I mean, Wilder over the years, Wilder versus Fury. He made money over Mayweather over the years, and then what have you done to get back to the community, the black community? Nothing. So people crying, oh, Benavidez, neither one of them niggas fought nobody. Who is there to fight at 168? Who? If they fight Canelo, they gonna get robbed unless you can knock him out. And Benavidez, you know, if he knock him out, it's gonna be accumulation knockout. Attrition in for Plant, he don't sit down enough. So Canelo probably gonna beat both of them guys. Truth be told, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm trying to see what the other subject is. I'm tired. Oh yeah, I think it was Joe Joyce and Alexander Usyk. And my whole thing with that, they fight for WBO interim belt. And my thing with that is this: Usyk a dumbass motherfucker. If Usyk want to fight for all the belts, it's not gonna happen. If Tyson Fury win, he not gonna fight Usyk at all. And that's what people got money on. Even Joe Joyce said that he backed Fury to beat Usyk because AJ can't take shots. And with Usyk, I mean, y'all fight for an interim belt, and they gonna probably fight 3 times or 2 times. And then the winner just gonna drop the WBO belt. I don't need to defend undisputed, or I don't need to win undisputed for what? Or defend it again for what? So, to be honest, man, they just gonna be a WBO champion. That just don't make no sense to do. You need to push the WBO to strip them and make that fight. So, you know, unless Usyk got millions, to me it wasn't a good move. But then, you know, if you get called a heavyweight champion, you know, he easily gonna make the Hall of Fame, which I think he's a Hall of Famer right now based off his pro career and what he did at cruiserweight. So I guess it's business for him. Because he just gonna, if he beat Joe Joyce, he's just gonna be elevated to heavyweight champion. Unless AJ, and if AJ win, he's not gonna fight Usyk. Usyk ain't good for financial business. You know, and I think about the fight, I think, you know, Usyk beat on Joe Joyce in the World Series of Boxing, but I think it might be a different ball game right now. They both older, but it might be a different ball game right now. You know, and Usyk gonna try to do what he did because that's the only thing he can really do in the ring is dance around Joe Joyce. And if Joe Joyce can use his jab and cut the ring off, and he can get him on the ropes like him and Chisora fight, totally different style. But if he get Usyk on the ropes like Chisora, maybe he can win. But it's definitely a fight that, as a hardcore boxing fan, I'm interested in. And unfortunately, it can't be for the full WBO belt. But it's a good fight. But Joe Joyce benefited from this because he wasn't going to be fighting for no title regardless. So, you know, him and Usyk would be a nice treat, to be honest. They should put it on the Fury undercard, even though they have no intentions on making the winner versus the winner of that interim belt. But that's just the way boxing go. Too many belts. And not enough real fighters. But, hey, Joe Joyce backed Tyson Fury to win. Kind of agree with him on that. But it is what it is. Let me know what you think about the plan and the Benavidez thing. What you think about Benavidez fighting Ronald Ellis. What you think about Joe Joyce and Usyk for the interim WBO title. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links in the description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Also got a Facebook group that linked in the description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. We gone.